Okay, I was asked a very good question, and they were saying on Twitter, someone asked me what were some of the what are the type of deals that are proposed while attempting to sign one to a promotional company. And I decided to make a video because Twitter don't give me a lot of words to describe it unless I'm going to be reading like 2 and 3 Twitter things. So here are some of the terms. I gotta sneeze. That's not one of the terms though. I'm gonna fight through this cold. I got a summer cold. How does this happen? Alright, here we go. Now, these are some of the terms when signing someone to a promotional company. 1, I'm going to sit back. Now, I'm going to be the promotional company. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking at what I can use this fighter for to help generate money for my company while taking them to higher status. And how far can I take them? But I want to manage their career right. I don't want to put them in a ring in a mismatch and damage them early before they can really generate a following and bring in some revenue. So what you want to do is match make them properly, where they can showcase their skills against talent that's probably a little lesser or just about their level, but different styles, and keeping them in the same area. Like, do they already have a following? How much money I have to spend on pretty much marketing this person? And you want to kind of like have a margin and try to manage your overhead. You don't want to spend too much on one fighter, or a fighter that's going to require lots of money to spend for if you don't think you're going to generate that kind of revenue. Now, if you're a fighter, it all varies. If you're a young fighter coming into the boxing game, and let's say your career is just starting, and you're like 18 and old, and you're getting ready to try to make it to the big money, what you want to know is how active can this company keep you. You want to know, can you fight 3 or 4 times a year? Because you would like to fight 3 or 4 times a year if you're young coming into the boxing game. So you want to see what fights can this promoter get for you. You want to say, okay, well, I'm looking at these type of fights. This is where I want to go with my career. And if you go into a promotional company, have an idea. Your manager should have an idea or a plan to lay out about your career as the steps of how far you want to go, weight classes, or what's, force us, so they can kind of gauge, well, where they can keep putting you, or you having problems making weight. These are issues that need to be presented to the promoter, so he can see what is the best position where he can put you and market you so he can make money, and you both can make money and prosper. I think the intangibles will come into play and won't be much of a problem if the fighter and manager share more with the promoters. I think both of them keep secrets from each other so people don't find out until later on down the road when it's time to renew. If you're young, something like a 2-year deal may not be that bad, because it might be a good deal for you to stay for 2 years to get your contract. If you're an older fighter and you've already established, you're probably in the twilight of your career, and you're looking to try to start with a new company, you want to kind of like gauge where this is good for TMT. I think they really need about a couple of veteran fighters that are already established who have names, and then a couple of young fighters. Because see, the fighters that have names, they understand the business. They've been through these negotiations already. They're probably looking at 1-year deals, not no 2-year contracts for them or more, and they're not looking for 3 or 4 fights a year. They might be getting 1-2 fights a year max, and they're hoping that they're against some of the big competition that they can come up where they can make some money off of it, or maybe not. But they understand the business, they're easier to work with. So you're looking for, if you're someone that's in the twilight of your career, you want to say, what fight can you give me that can generate a lot of money, Mayweather's name generates a lot of money and a lot of attention. So his name combined with your name, he can help boost your fight and make it bigger than what it is. And they could probably make some money, and you probably have 1 or 2 fights a year. And that way you can stay active, and that way you can renegotiate your contract and do another 1-year deal. If that pleases you, if your career is, prospering or whatever, or blossoming. So at this point, I would say, if you're looking for like championships and matchmaking, you have to go with what best fits you in your position. To say Top Rank, Golden Boy, or this TMT company that just started, it's all about where their attention lies, because you could be signed to them and they may have all these plans, but the plans might be for later on down the road, where they can't really use you right now because their main focus is on the Canelo or the Chavez Juniors and Miguel Cotos and the Mayweathers, and they have really little time for you. They might stick you on a couple of cards, and you might be frustrated because your career is not taking off fast enough. These are the reasons why people choose different companies. Like if you go with TMT, they might have a more request to use you right away, as with a bigger company, it might be later on down the road. So there's different reasons why people take these deals. And some is all about money. They want a signing bonus, and then they blow the bonus, and all kind of craziness. You've seen people sign multiple contracts, and people lie and say, I didn't know I signed that contract. Or knowing that they signed the contract. And then have the other promotional company have to sue them to get the money back. It's a big headache in this business, in this sport. So I just wanted to go over some of the terms or the reasons of the thinking of each fighters. So I hope that helped. I'm gone. I said I'm gone. Why is this thing still recording? Oh, now it's the broke recorder. I don't believe this. This thing is broken. It will not stop recording. Let's see how long this thing goes. Where's my tech guy? I'll be like, tech. It's still going. I didn't click stop.